I would like to look back at Oshi No Ko episode 21, or episode 10 of the second season, aired the other day. The story of the stage Tokyo Blade was almost completed in the previous episode. So now story of the private has begun. And Bikomachi members such as Ruby and Muncho will appear in these episodes. It will be exciting episodes for Bikomachi fans long awaited. There are a total of 13 episodes in this season, so the rest of 4 episodes starting this time will be stories about the twins and Bikomachi. Let's start from the end of the previous episode. In the middle of dinner for cast and staff of the stage of Tokyo Blade, Aqua went to a bar with Taiki Himekawa and director Kendaichi. Aqua finally shows Taiki the DNA test report after director Kendaichi asleep. What was written there was scientific proof that Taiki and Aqua are half-sibling with a different mother. Aqua asks who his father is. Taiki is surprised with the test result. But he thinks that it is not impossible. He also found it would be truth from Aqua's serious behavior and he is not joking. Then Taiki suggests that to change places so they can talk in more detail. When Aqua asks where they are going, Taiki considered for a moment, and he decides to invite Aqua to his apartment since the subject is quite sensitive. Taiki also wanted to take director Kendaichi to make him sleep well at home. After let Kendaichi lying, the two continue talking. Taiki thinks Aqua had considered this in advance since Aqua had completed the DNA test while he was busy on stage. Then he asked who his mother is before answer who his father. Aqua said he cannot tell her name, then Taiki guessed that his mother is also in show business. Then Taiki said, "We are the same." Which means that both of their mothers were in the same industry. In other words, they both own the same level of scandal risk, and Taiki found that Aqua will unlikely to leak Taiki's secret after talking about his parents. Taiki began to talk about his mother, Ari Himekawa, who was a famous actress. He then shows Aqua a news article about his parents that he searched for on his smartphone. When Taiki was 5 years old, his parents, who were both actors, had double suicide. His father Seijiro Uehara was an unsuccessful actor. This means that Aqua's father, Seijiro, had already died when he was 2 years old. Aqua was shocked when he was shown the article from that time. A black star burning for revenge appears in Aqua's right eye at this time. He was shocked to know that Seijiro, who was supposed to be his father, had already passed away. And he was unable to accept the fact instantly. Taiki told that his parents were already married before Aqua was born. It means that Aqua was born as out of wedlock, and that his mother had a baby with a man who had wife and child. Taiki analyzes his father's personality, thinking that his father had relationships with multiple talented actresses to make himself satisfying his own desire to be a successful actor. Although it is unclear the true reasons why his parents died, Taiki suspects that his father, who had a bad taste in women, might have been the cause. At this point, Aqua finally returned from his thought when he heard the sound of Taiki placing an empty beer can on the table. Taiki then confesses to Aqua that he was disgusted by his father who was a bad womanizer. Taiki seems to have accepted Aqua as his young brother, and complained about their father. Aqua realized that Taiki is using his mother's surname Himekawa instead of his real name, Uehara, due to his father's sexual habits. Taiki then began to suggest that his father's bad womanizing habits are hereditary, and mentions that Aqua has been seducing Kana and Akane. He then blamed Aqua for feeling hopeless about this. Aqua denied it, but couldn't look at him. Taiki gave him brotherly advice. If he doesn't decide soon, it will be too late after double suicide like his father did. Aqua replies that it's a bad joke. Taiki is relaxed enough to joke around. You can see that there is no distrust him towards Aqua by this time, and that he is building good relationship with him. Perhaps Taiki considers that their lives were brought to them by their unfaithful fathers, and that they are both in the same position. Taiki lost his parents at a young age and grew up in a foster care facility without no blood relatives around, and was supposed to be alone. However, now that he has been known that he has a younger brother, he feels it is a twist of fate that his younger brother is also an actor like him. Then, as if to celebrate this meeting, he happily pulls out a bottle of wine from the refrigerator and asks Aqua to drink with him. However, possibly he is still embarrassed by his younger brother's sudden appearance. Taiki continues talking to Aqua but does not face to him. Taiki is a bit too shy. Taiki did not allow Aqua to call him brother, probably to hide his own embarrassment or to avoid scandal. It is understandable if he is considering his position as the troupe's star actor of La La Lai, and Aqua's position as a young actor on the rise. Taiki is usually depicted with his eyes hidden behind his glasses, but we could see his gentle eyes even through his glasses in this time. When Aqua returned home in the morning from Taiki's place, Ruby starts preaching to her in her pajamas and holding a pillow. The childish pajamas and hat that Ruby wears reveal her purity and childishness in spirit despite her actual age. Due to her reincarnation, the total number of years she has lived should be much greater than her actual age. But her mental age appears to be 12 years old or so, the age Serena was in her previous life, and it seems she has not grown much. Those two are facing each other in a room with the curtains closed. The dark room is just like Aqua's mind as he continues to stay in the world of darkness to avenge his mother. Aqua then suddenly says that he will introduce Taiki to Ruby later. Ruby is surprised because Aqua usually doesn't talk much about himself and doesn't have any close friends. Ruby feels uncomfortable with his attitude, which is clearly different from his usual behavior. Aqua probably wanted to introduce Taiki, their half-sibling with a different mother, but he can't tell her the truth at this point. Because all revenge matters are his secret. Aqua's revenge is coming to an end because Seijiro, who was supposed to be involved, is dead. Aqua walks up to the curtains and looks outside from the slit. There is a warm, sunny world behind the curtain. He's wondering what he should aim for in his life from now on. Because the person he has been pursuing for revenge for over 10 years is dead. Aqua is suddenly brought back to reality. It was a call from Kana Arima that brought Aqua back from his thought. In Aqua's eyes at this time, the black star of revenge can be seen again. Kana, who has an unrequited love for Aqua, was worried about Aqua who disappeared during the dinner party last night, and thinks out of jealousy that Aqua might have gone home with Akane Kurakawa, who also disappeared, and gets angry. Kana is relieved that Akane was not with him, and when she hangs up the phone, she smiles like a happy girl in love. She is so lovely. As soon as Aqua hangs up, he found notifications on the chat app. There were messages from Akane late last night, who was also worried about Aqua. Those messages were expressing concern for Aqua whether he has returned home, and reminding not to drink alcohol as he is underage. Aqua thinks now that he has no one to take revenge on any longer, and he has friends like Kana and Akane who care about him. He is wondering that if it's okay to live for himself to be happy in ordinary life instead of living for Ai's revenge. The black star of revenge that appear in Aqua's eyes turn into purple light and begin to shine. The purple star was spread out and burst. Ruby's voice once again brings Aqua back to reality and asks him if he wants to eat sunny side up fried eggs she's gonna cook for breakfast. Sunny side up, not in the dark nor in the shade. It's a future where facing up the sunlight up. Aqua let it go off the dark feelings symbolized by the black star reflected in his eye, and seems like he has been reborn. He opens the curtains and answers Ruby with a smile. He doesn't have the black star burning for revenge, nor the white star when he's wearing a mask anymore. This is his smile as an 18-year-old boy. Meanwhile, at Ichigo Productions The Office, Momocho, who is in charge of Biko Machi's YouTube channel, wants to increase the number of subscribers. With her efforts, Biko Machi has increased the number of followers to nearly 20,000, but still a long way to make money from the channel. The other two members, who don't know about her hardships and were unfamiliar with how YouTube works, reacted not much and saying, "We're still far from reaching our goal of 1 million viewers. Only few people can get large income and most of others are null." $1 million fitness YouTuber Payan is one of the successful YouTuber and he is a senior at the agency. To increase the number of subscribers, Momocho proposed to film room tours at members' home. Kana has rejected and she said, "Why do I have to expose my home?" Momocho mentioned that their expensive purchases can be recorded as expenses by showing them on video during a room tour. Kana flipped her opinion and agrees with a big smile. You can get a glimpse of the unexpected side of Kana, a reliable person. The members immediately begin filming at Kana's apartment. Kana firstly introduced her bag from top brands in the video. There are other expensive stuff at her place. High performance expensive computer and chair for broadcasting games. She's planned it but never started up somehow. Two members who are astonished. Kana always had an irreverent attitude when she was a child actress. She must have lost her job and tried to do something else. Now Kana is a hard worker who has experienced the ups and downs, and she is very serious about money. We can see she has a high level of financial literacy for asset management and investment. On the other hand, she emphasizes that people will laugh if you only have cheap items. She also has advised that what celebrities should be most afraid of is strange fans, and recommends to consider privacy and safety and live in highly secure properties. Ruby probably remembered Ai's last moments after she heard about security, and she downs her face. Momocho also explains to Ruby about tax savings, but Ruby, who has never had a substantial income, has no idea how it really feels, and instead of listening seriously, she looks away. Ruby's lack of experience to work shows that she is reluctant to discuss topics such as taxes and saving. Ruby stares at the wall of her bedroom at her home and asks herself a question. Ai's posters are plastered all over the walls in Ruby's room. She has no intention of ever revealing that she is Ai's daughter for Ai and her fan. However, Ai is always be in the core of her heart. She's conflicted about whether she should hide this poster for the room tour. Warm memories with Ai. At the same time, memories of her previous life with Goro come to mind. It was Serena's first love, who had to spend most of her life in the hospital. A star began to shine in Ruby's eye as she thought about Goro. She called Miyazaki General Hospital to contact Goro when she was child. The hospital where she was hospitalized in most of her lifetime in her previous life. Ever since she died due to illness, she's been wondering how Goro has been doing. Actually Goro was passed away, and was reincarnated, but the hospital staff informed that Goro's disappeared to her. Ruby was shocked by that. Ruby is not aware that Goro has been reincarnated as Aqua, and Aqua is also not aware that Serena has been reincarnated as Ruby. There were two reasons why Ruby took over the name of idol group Bikomachi, which I belong to. One is to carry on Ai's dream as an idol. The other reason is to let Goro find her. Ruby believes that Goro will surely pay attention to the group name Bikomachi as a fan of Ai, no matter where he is in Japan. Momocho has the second plan for their YouTube channel. She wants to release a new music video to achieve 1 million subscribers, and it will also help sales. This is because they filmed a collaboration video with Payan about half a year ago when the channel has been created, and it was viewed 12,000 times by now, but still only have 20,000 viewers even after posting more than 150 videos. So Momocho suggested making a music video. Momocho has a video creator lives in a countryside who will help them at a low price if they come. We can recognize Payan is busy in December but their schedule is almost blank in the calendar on a wall. As Kana is still in the performance period of Tokyo Blade, so Momocho purposed a video shooting with relaxation trip after the stage performance was over. Momocho will announce the shooting location. It was Miyazaki where the twins used to be in the previous life. Ruby has a complicated expression on her face. Furthermore, Momocho presented the third plan. As they have only had cover songs of the old Bikomachi, so she finally requested a new original song. Miyako, the company's director, says she has ordered new songs to famous music producer Himura who had provided mini song for Bikomachi before, but there has been no news of the progress since then. When Aqua heard this, his black star of revenge appears again in his right eye. There is a possibility that there is a suspect behind Ai's murder, not only in the actor but also in the music industry. But it's quickly disappeared since he remembered the suspect, his father, Seijiro Uehara, has already died. Aqua was looking up information on medical school admissions at this time. He begins to think about living for himself from now on, and he was considering going into the medical school again since he was a doctor in a previous life. Ruby is excited by Miyako's words and can't wait to sing his new song. However, the deadline was supposed to be at the end of last month, but it was still not completed in December. Ruby reveals her true feelings. The period of being an idol is too short, and their time will run out in the blink of an eye. These are words typical of Serena, who lost her life at the age of 12. And also Kana has a career as an actor, then she will back to the industry in the future. Momocho has a career as a YouTuber and she lied about her age, will be in her 30s in 5 years. Ruby seriously hoped to moving forward from current situation. Miyako confirms Ruby's passion, then promises to call Himura. Aqua watches his sister with a smile. Himura's response on the call was not good, and he lied for busy with work. After the call, Kana has analyzed him as he's got a disease typical for people who has big success in their career. Those people worked hard for a long time with their impulses and passion. However, their motivation to create new products are all gone. Himura has got emails from Miyako. One has a video letter from Ruby. Himura watches the video. Ruby has a shining star in her left eye and speaks to Himura with a fresh and energetic smile that is typical of an idol in the video. Animation original mental images that often appear this season are also inserted here. Himura's imaginary world expands infinitely like outer space. But there's nothing but thousand stars. Ruby dressed in an idol costume appears and takes Himura's hand with a smile. There was nothing until then in the outer space, however plants growing their stems as if guided by the ruby, and eventually burst open to reveal a world of dazzling light. It seems to be an idol growing up and one star shining brightly. The star shining in her eye became even brighter and brighter. Himura was shocked at her potential as an idol that he stood up from his chair and dropped the pen in his hand. He regains his smile and motivation even though he looked like a helpless empty shell. He got back his composure and started working on his computer. Here comes Aqua's explanation. Creators is motivating that simply seeing the faces of the people they deliver their work to. This may have been Aqua's idea to send the video letter to him, since he has been devoted to observing and analyzing people when he was child. That's why only Ruby appeared in the video, not the three of them. Meanwhile, in mid-January, Tokyo Blade was celebrating its final stage, and Aqua doesn't have nothing to do after that. Ruby sighs at Aqua's appearance, and she invites him on a trip to shoot a music video under the guise of a company trip for celebrating a success of stage as Kana's advice. Aqua thinks about Miyazaki where he's not visited in his current life. No star appears in Aqua's eye. The ominous appearance of a crow taking flight and the mysterious girl from the opening video smiling under a large tree. We will see who she is in the other episode. Hope you enjoy this anime series. Thank you for watching.